To get premium trading and investing tips, support on Patreon.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to another Market Watch video. Guys, if you were in the stream, we talked about a lot because EA has brought also some information what they're going to release tomorrow. So make sure, if you haven't been in the stream, Monday to Friday, 5:30 p.m. UK time, we stream, we look at the patterns, and at the end of the stream, each day, I just pile up all your questions and talk about the important stuff here on YouTube to bring you out what we talked about and to look at the patterns and everything and how to make coins. Now, right now, some of the UCL Road to Final cards are dropping a bit down. And they're dropping a bit down because EA has announced this. We're going to talk about this. We were talking about it on stream, and specifically they're causing some of the cards to go down because people think there's still going to be mad supply and they're going to bring them lower. But to the contrary, I do believe most of these cards will bounce up because there's only 2 cards provided by EA right now on this screen. And if you remember, last year I do believe there were only 5 Road to Final cards released, so they don't release many of these Road to Final. The UL, so the Europa League Road to Final cards, they don't release many of them. And because of that, I do believe this is just some false hype, panic, something like that happening on the market. So if you haven't bought yet, Griezmann is again at a good price, 650 in my opinion. Klosterman is down. I bought it at 370. He was like 420, 430 if you remember my latest videos. Right now he's back down. I think they're gonna start picking back up. Davis was 550 at the low point that we started buying these cards, of course. But most of these cards, in my opinion, won't get such supply because of 2 cards. Like, if EA releases only 2 cards, it is a bit weird because if there were more cards, EA usually puts like 3 cards in their screen. It could be more cards, but I do think that because of this announcement and how they dealt with this promo in the past, I do believe there is a possibility that they release 2 cards right now and that they will release 2 more cards with the second team. Now, another thing that you guys need to notice is if EA releases one of these cards in an objective and one of these cards in SBCs, which could also be the case, they might not be supplied, that is gonna create a market rebuy, meaning that everybody that is selling right now, everybody that's getting out or didn't buy it or something like that, is gonna rebuy these cards and bring them mostly up in value. And I'm talking about the informs that have dipped a bit even more right now. We're looking at the center back Gomez. He was like 440 this morning. Right now he's back 420 just because of this panic. Then we also have all of these UCL cards that are slightly dipping down. I do think most and almost every single one of these is going to rebound tomorrow on if they release them as an SBC, as an objective. I can't see that happening. I think they're going to be supplied, but if that's the case, that's going to be even better for us and for the market rebound. There's a lot of speculation that the second card you see right here is Renato Sanchez because Rashford has the same stats as his inform right now, and they're thinking that the same stats will be on Renato Sanchez, which would mean because he's 83 pace in Portuguese, it would be him. Be careful. EA here, in my opinion, can bring some curveballs. There's also Diogo Dalot, not Diogo Dalot, I'm sorry. There's in here, I was having the Man United screen. I'm pretty sorry about that. Diogo Dalot is here. He could be 83 pace if he gets to an 81 rated card, and basically this could be his card in the screen. And it could be even Getson Fernandez. Like, Getson Fernandez would be sick, in my opinion, if they brought it out with high work rates. These stats would get upgraded because he would get to an 81 rated card of the upgrade, and he would actually have potentially 83 pace because that's a 6+6 upgrade, and he would have that. Still, I think it's going to be Renato Sanchez most likely, but if that's not the case, and if you have the big cojones, I don't have the big cojones, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. Most of my people, even in the Discord, we're not going to do it. We always play it safe. If you have the big cojones, he's dropping right now. If you buy it late evening, early morning tomorrow, and you gamble, Renato Sanchez is not going to be in. As soon as the leakers get the information that he's not going to be in, he's going to start rising. People are going to start picking up. As soon as they start picking him back up, there's going to be hype when the announcement tomorrow at 6 p.m. drops with the current Road to Final cards, the Europa League ones, and he's gonna jump up in value so much and you can make so many good profits. But if this goes wrong for you, and if you did the decision to go in this card, you're gonna lose even more coins and it's gonna get nasty. But of course, guys, if you're always into risking something, this is it. You have it right here. He can go lower to like 170, 160 tonight, very late in the evening. You pull the trigger, best of luck with you. I can see EA throw a curveball, being the trolls that they are. You can profit a lot or you can lose a lot. I'm not going to do it. I usually go with the safe route. I always advise you to go with the safe route, but there's an option if any one of you wants to do it. The next thing is EA's potentially releasing the League One Player of the Month on Friday. Now, in my opinion, this can cause some hype for Mbappe because I do think Mbappe will win it. There are 3 nominees, Ben Yedder, Mbappe, and Bamba. I do think Mbappe will be the one because of most goals and all of that. And there's hype going onto the higher rated cards. Now, as I was talking about to you guys, I usually would go with the 87 plus rated cards. And I would invest in higher rated cards that are not the cheapest ones. Now, what I mean by that is that I wouldn't jump in here. If we look at the 85 rated, let's take 85 first as an example. I wouldn't jump into Galassi. I wouldn't jump into Leno. I wouldn't go into Savic because, okay, like Savic can have some in-game demand. People play with Galassis here and there. You know, they pit him up. They link him up to nice cards there in the defending line with Leipzig. But all in all, like, these aren't the top tier cards that are close to fodder. You either want to go with fullbacks that they don't have a lot of competition on their specific position as the high-rated fodder, wingers, and you want to go with cards that are in-game demand. Like the 85s that we found out as the most promising one under 6k was, for example, Insigne and Alexandro because he's a fullback, Pereira as the right back, and Mertens. Gnabry would also be cool, but he needs to be back in packs, and Mertens, of course, has to be supplied more to get very low. But I don't expect the 85s to be a good buy for the Mbappe Player of the Month. I do think as soon as that Player of the Month is released, these guys can go a bit lower just because so many people have bought them up and they'll start flooding the market. Now, the second thing that you can do, and potentially with the supply on Thursday or anything like that, you can look at some higher rated cards like 87 plus because they're supplied firstly less. And second of all, because they can go, in my opinion, in the hype for Mbappe up to 19k. Chiellini is already at 19k, so if you would snipe that card at 16k, for example, on Thursday, they drop a lot with the supply, close to 16k, and Chiellini providing good links. I feel like you would be able to sell it in the next day for close 19k. This is not great margin of profit. What my people did right now in the Discord, they went in and they're trying to get out to lazy buyers slowly into the hype of the Mbappe Player of the Month. But actually, as soon as the supply hits more and there's going to be another round of buying, you will have to sell these cards before Mbappe is out. You have to sell them before Mbappe is out. Because as soon as it's out, it will happen the same thing as it happened last year to Messi. What EA did is they placed the price of the Messi card, Player of the Month Messi, on the market to an extent that people thought it was too freaking high in value, so they didn't buy the fodder. Not many people did it, and actually the cards started crashing down. So actually the value of Messi went from what, like 2.1 million to 1.8 something. I feel like because the fodder crashed so hard, if I remember correctly. I do believe the same will happen to Mbappe. We will buy this fodder back for the Icon SBC as soon as Mbappe Player of the Month is out, because so many people are hyping him up right now, and so many people won't be able to keep it in their pants that are gonna sell it when Mbappe is out, and we're gonna make a fortune. Also, guys, we talked about the highest end cards right now, the informs and all of that. If, as predicted, tomorrow we get only 2 cards, and if even better, we do get them as an SBC and 1 objective, which I hoped we would see the market rise up tomorrow. If we see the market rise tomorrow, Wednesday, I do believe are times to get slowly out. Why? Because I think Thursday too many people are predicting to start selling stuff, and even Friday, just because of the black market panic-ish happening. It could be that it goes higher on Thursday, but if your content with profits or anything like that, maybe go out later, just to be safe, just to get those coins and keep those coins, because we're gonna invest in fodder. As soon as that Mbappe Player of the Month is out, as soon as there's panic on the market, we're gonna start picking up these guys, and we're gonna make very good profits going into the Icon SBC. A lot of people are also saying, and this is what I hear, that the Icon SBCs, because of Black Friday, might not necessarily rise. It's not the case. The Icon SBCs every year with any sort of supply kept the players up in value, and I do think it will be the same. The fodders all in all are too cheap at this price, so even if you want to buy them right now, you can hold it. you can hold the flutter into the end of the month and you will profit it. You don't need to wait for Mbappe SBC, sell it before, rebuy it later, you know, because this is just to make coins in the profits, in the process. If you want, you can keep it, wait for the end of the month, sell it then, and profit a lot. Guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Drop any questions down below. Make sure to be tomorrow again in the stream 5:30, guys. We're doing a lot of stuff. We're talking about these patterns. So if you have any questions below or tomorrow's stream, guys, where we look at the patterns more specifically. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.